Okay, Jim. It says on your resume that you're a difference maker. Is that just bragging, or is there something to it?
I suspect it may be a little of both. I've been told throughout my career that I am an exceptional relationship builder, and to me that's a great honor. Relationships are the lifeblood of every enterprise, and unfortunately it doesn't seem to be a skill that can be taught. You have to have intuition, you have to have empathy, you need to have a lot of knowledge, and you need to have the confidence of the people that you're dealing with. And nothing makes me prouder than when someone tells me that I'm great at building relationships, and I know that's the difference that I make.
Tell me about one situation where a business defeat turned into a victory.
I think that all the victories have started out as defeats. I remember once at Big Doe, we had rolled out a CRM platform, which was going to be a major revenue generator, greatly raise the value of the company, and enable the original investors to cash out on a favorable basis. For a few months we struggled to get customers, and I had one, Jeffries and Company, that I thought was a good prospect. They slammed the door in my face 4 or 5 times, usually saying that it was not a project they were prepared to undertake. But I got some more people from their company involved in it, found out what was really valuable about a CRM to them, and 3 months later we had the first $1 million deal in the company's history.
What do you do when a prospect won't budge on price?
They just about always say that price is the big problem, and there's one of 2 things going on. Either they're not qualified properly as a prospect, or I haven't done my job of explaining the value yet. Because when people agree on the value, they can always find an agreement on the price.
What has been the key to your success?
There have been 2. One is that I listen a lot more than I talk. I listen to my customers. I found that if you will be quiet long enough, they'll explain to you everything you need to know in order to make a deal with them. I listen to my colleagues talk about the reception they're getting in the marketplace and what's working for them and what isn't. And I listen to media. I read articles about the business that I'm in. I try to stay informed as much as I can. So it's a listening thing, it's not talking. The other way is a lot of high quality productive activity. And the parallel that I like to draw is to Babe Ruth's 1927 baseball season. He had what many people think is the greatest year a baseball player ever had. It's 60 home runs, batted .376, 150 runs batted in, and as everyone knows, he led the Yankees to a sweep in the World Series. But what most people don't remember about that year is that he batted nearly 700 times. And he struck out 29 more times than he hit home runs. So the moral to that story to me has always been, if you want to hit a lot of home runs, you need to get up to bat a lot, and you need to not worry about some defeats, because you'll have them every now and then.
Jim, what is your sales style?
Persistence, enthusiasm, and confidence. You have to be persistent, because people will always tell you no, and they'll always want to put you off. And you have to find ways to get around that. You have to be enthusiastic. It's maybe the most important part of getting to yes. When you're enthusiastic and believe in your product, it's infectious, and everyone picks up on that. On the other hand, if you're just going through the motions, it's like putting poison in the water and you never get anything done. And the final thing is confidence, which comes from knowing what it is you're offering, knowing about your customer and what they need, and being able to convey that thoroughly.
So what is success to you?
Doing your very best every day. And fortunately in business we have a way to measure whether you've done that, and it's called money. If you do your best every day, the money will follow.
What's the best way to contact you?
My email address, Judith, is the best way, jmdrwac @gmail.com. It goes right to my BlackBerry. Thanks very much for taking some time with me.
You're very welcome.